July 30th. Had a dream. I'm doing my ginger too. In my dream, I know it was a healing dream. It was a childhood acquaintance. She, at some point, we labeled each other as friends, but she didn't like me. She actually made fun of me behind my back. And I always knew, like, her energy towards me was always very, you just know when someone doesn't like you. And, she, any chance she could get to make fun of me, she would make fun of me. Anytime she would get a chance to make me feel less, she would. Not every time, but enough for me to notice. So her biggest hang-up was that who she identified as her best friend had chosen me to be her best friend. And I've known her longer. And her mom also, the same energy from her mom, my mom got, because this particular friend, her mom was, and my mom were like this too. So anyways, I've always known, always had it like intuitive knowing that she didn't like me. In high school, so this was like what, elementary, middle school. And I used to hang out with her. And when I would hang out with this particular clique, I mentioned before in one of the earlier videos, like, I bullied someone. I made this person feel uncomfortable because being inappropriate with them. And I was doing it to try to fit in with the crowd that I was in. And then when I realized, I'm like, why am I doing this to this person who I really like, and making him feel uncomfortable? I decided to leave the group. I just stopped hanging out with them. And I remember this particular identified best friend at the time pulled me aside and said, "What's going on? Why are you not hanging out?" I'm like, "Oh, I just want to hang out with this other group." And I never really said the truth, because they were just being who they are, right? And they always made fun of people, and I was just like, I want to hang out with this group. Fortunately, I mentioned, like, I know enough people from different cliques, because I was never really cliquey. And so this particular other friend I had known from church, and I asked her, I said, "Can I hang out with you guys?" And I'm so glad I did, because like it's so much more fun with them. They're nicer to people. And when I left, so there was 4 of us initially. When I left, the one who was kind of my partner, who was also quiet, she was just like, "Why did you leave me alone?" So she came with us. And then they formed their own group. So we kind of parted ways. But in high school, I reconnected with this best friend. And she, we were cleaning out her closet. And it's funny, my brother was there too. So my brother's really good looking. Always been good looking, excuse me. I think a lot of people, I mean, I used to be the sister that, he would come to me in 2nd grade. I'm a year older. He would come to me in 2nd grade, and we were in 3rd grade. 1st grade, I think. And then it'd be 2nd or 3rd. It lasted until like 3rd. He's like, "They're bothering me, Yubi. They're bothering me, Yubi." And because I played with the 6th grade boys, right? Played tag football. I felt more masculine. I was more masculine, very tomboyish. And I'd go up to those girls and I'm like, leave my brother alone. Just so happened that my brother ended up dating almost every single friend that I had. I don't know how that happened, but there was something there. So, so the time that I was with this best friend at the time, my brother was there with us. We were cleaning out our closet. She came, we kept, back in the day, we didn't have, cell phones. So we would write each other letters. And so she had a big box of them. I wasn't looking through those. Like, I was helping her clean out other stuff. But my brother, being the nosy person that he was, like, started opening stuff. And she said, I don't care if you guys look through it. I have no secrets from you. So we came across a letter from the person in my dream, this old acquaintance. And she's making fun of me. I used to get called blubber butt. Because I have a big bottom. Like, I'm just curvy. And so, but when I was at that time in my life, 5th grade, I gained a lot more weight. So I was a lot heavier. And I would get teased for it. And more so from her. And she would come, and now I know how, like, her and her brother would tease me with that name, like blubber butt. And so there's letters where she's confronting my best friend at the time, and telling her, like, who do you want to be best friends with, her or you, blubber butt, or her or me? And then she drew a picture of me, big old circle. I'm like, I remember looking at it, and my brother was the one that found it, and he showed it to us. And then my friend was just like, I forgot about that. And then she looked at me, she's just like, she was really jealous of you. And I was just like, okay. And it was just this internal validation of, like, what I was picking up, right, was real. And it continued, like, even other people who, there was always this, like, clinginess towards her that I noticed, that I picked up on with people who became her friends. They, like, wanted her attention, like, she had this attraction, and I picked it up. I mean, I was one of them. Like, I overgave a lot, and she knew that about me. And so growing up, as adults, she started pulling back, and I started pulling away. Now, I mean, we're friends. I wouldn't, she's not my person. I'm not hers. And so, she has her own life. But she's one of the most private people I know. She was actually the one that came out in my dream, where I had my babies. This particular friend was in that car with me. She's a Taurus. And I just knew, like, she's one of the most private people I know. And so there was just this knowing, right, in terms of me and my babies. And that part of my life, that personal home life really, that I would be more mindful. Oh, no, so this friend, acquaintance, she was in my dream. She was apologizing to me. We were in the bed, and she was apologizing to me for that. And I remember we were laying next to each other. I'm like, it's okay. Like, we were young. And so there was just this inner, like, peace with her. But I couldn't stay long. And I was like, I have to go now. My mom was in the background too. And I was explaining to my mom, like, I have to keep going, is what I told them. I have to keep going. But it's okay. And so I leave. There are other scenes in the dream. Fire, homes, apartments, an office building on the inside. But I can't make sense of it. It's like I'm just wandering and I'm seeing all of this. That was the only one that was really more connected to me in terms of a healing dream. was her apologizing in my dream. So I woke up and I knew. I'm like, okay, that's resolved. Right? The only reason I can think of. So I'm preparing the next batch of videos. I woke up feeling good. I woke up feeling a lot better. And yeah, I don't know if it was the new moon, maybe, why I was feeling funky these last couple of days. I was really feeling low energetically. And I think there's a new moon or something. Yeah. So, but I was preparing the next group of videos. A lot of dreams that I had forgotten about. The one that's gonna come up. I have a dream of your brother, if you're watching this, Jose. I have a dream about your brother. I think it's your brother. I've never met your brother. Although I think that one person that attended me that one time, the last time that I was at the shop, had blonde hair, curly, long blonde, like up to shoulder length blonde hair. Big guy, tall. Or seemed tall from where I was. I remember, I'm like, who are you? I remember thinking, like, who are you? Why do I feel this this pull towards you? I'm assuming that was your brother. But in this particular dream that I listened to, it was interesting. As I wrote it down, I was just like, I forgot about that. In that dream, there's this knowing that it's your brother's energy that I was picking up on, and he was feeling stuck. And he was wanting inspiration and transformation, and just he just felt stuck, and I could feel it. I could feel him. That was weird, because I'd forgotten about that dream. But I don't know how your brother looks like. But that was wild. I didn't forgot about that dream. Chapter 52, episode 11. If you're interested in looking at it. But okay, that's all I wanted to share. It was just the healing dream that I had, and I'm preparing the next chapters, listening, and just doing what I need to do, I guess. That's all. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you will see what else comes next for me.